All right, I am in the securities garage off of 3rd Avenue. That's 3rd Avenue right there. It's called 4th Avenue, but yeah, entrance is off of 3rd. So we are doing the entire garage with the exception of one floor. So where I'm standing, so that's the in and out. The clearance on that is 6 feet 8 inches. So we're gonna be striping this whole ramp here. Arrows, 12-inch enter exit, 12-inch stop, and we're doing all this yellow curb too, all the way up. So I'm gonna show you guys that right there. There is one stop bar at the end of the exit. Let this car go by. But we're doing the white lines on each side. There's going to be similar white line on each side. There's one over here that's just mega faded. Stop right there. Stop bar. Stop bar. Stop. And we got this area back here. Now down here, depending on how much asphalt Bruce is getting done, I think he's getting done this area in general. But we could do two coats, maybe one coat if we use the buggy and just work it in. That'll be determined by the customer, and I'll know that if they approve of this and sign off. Arrows, and the customer is going to be pressure washing that area to get it ready. Okay. Doing all the white lines all the way through. And we got this back section. Customer is also going to be prepping this for us, pressure washing, giving everything all nice and cleaned off. This guy is movable. You can move it out of the way. It's not bolted down to anything. We'll be sealing back up into there. Again, the prep for us. So down on this level, we're gonna try 2 coats. A ramp. We're doing each side yellow. 2 coats on the ramps. So all that's getting painted, and this whole, everything's getting seal coated. This is all asphalt. I'll show you guys the garage first. We're gonna continue up that way. The area over here is the south. Area over here is north. So, and it's determined based off of the seam. So the north half of P2, so level 2. We got these stalls with the reverse stencils in it. Arrows. These stalls over here. And I'll just kind of show you guys everything, but I want to point out that all of this old faded cross-hatching stuff, you'll see it kind of all over the place. We're gonna black it out. A lot of this reflective stuff right here. So all that's gonna get blacked out. These old lines right here, crisscrossing, gonna get blacked out. Old striping. So we're gonna have to black them out before we seal it. And then what we see here clearly is what's gonna be restriped. So all this junk, none of it's going back. these arrows is going to be going back. Now I'll show you the arrow on that end, but there's a shadowed arrow. We'll just paint the ones that all line up. So all this stuff, I'm just going to block it out. Just probably just use the machine and just set it at like 6 inches and just start shooting everything. Like this baseline line, that's going away. Just make sure that stays away. Compacts. We're not doing the cross hatches in here. Where it goes up to the door and across, we're not doing that. We're gonna put the stall lines back. Packs, these are parallel stalls. They just connect. This arrow, blacken out. Put it back. Got a no parking. And what we're gonna do is, there's multiple sizes of these arrows. We're gonna keep this one, because I know we have stencils of these, multiple stencils, and put them back so they're all even, all the same size. Parallel stall there. Now to quickly note, this whole run of curb, we're gonna shoot yellow. And I'm standing in the main drive lane. As you can see, it is hardly worn. We are gonna seal in here. So we're gonna do one coat with the buggy. We'll just get it nice and even and call it that. I'm gonna be surprised if we're even gonna be able to put that one coat, because it's so smooth that our coverage is gonna be a lot more than usual. All these shadowed lines getting removed, blacking out, and again, striking back just the clear stuff. Here's a good example. So we got angled stalls all the way through to the end. Angled stalls, there's 2 stall lines on each side of these pillars. They are a bit offset. If you can see that. Here's a good example. Shadow arrow, 2 shadow arrows, and then the newest one. We're gonna do the newest one because from the tip of that arrow, it lines up directly in the middle of this, and this arrow right here lines up with the other 2 in front. So we'll black out these ones, make sure it doesn't reflect. Not sure what the plan is for this guy. Well, that's there. We're gonna not paint this one, this curve. 3 stall lines. And then there's 1 crosshatch here. It says cart return inside of it. Now this, what we're going into, is the south side of P2, level 2. We got stall lines. We are going to put this crosshatch back. So starting from there, coming across. And then we're going to put this one in just to make sure that this car doesn't park too close to the wall. Now this one we don't have to put the crosshatch back. As you can see, it was sealed over before. So we're just gonna put the white line. This crosshatch here, there's one no parking in there. This stuff we're gonna black out, make sure it doesn't reflect. Pretty much everything in this drive lane, because you can come through and drive this way. Crosshatch going across there. Crosshatch by the elevator. 2 stalls right there. And then 2 different sets of stalls over here. See how that lines out. It's a little bit offset because of the pillars. Now at the foot of these stalls next to the drive lane, they're going to be compacts. Okay. Now, how it's getting bid is the ramp is going to be one thing. Now, this whole drive lane is considered the ramp. Everything else out of it is considered the garage. So we're only doing 1 coat in the garage area. So this whole south area and the north area over there. Everything on the ramp is 2 coats. Okay. We have this little asphalt bit back here. Less than. Actually, no. We're not doing this part back here. This part's the concrete part, and it just ends right there on that seam that you can see there. And then we did it. So we're gonna go up here. Again, doing the whole ramp. We'll be doing the crack fill too. Crack fill on the whole ramp. Crack fill on the garage levels, but it's really minimal. This is probably the worst area. All right. Now once we get to this top level, we're cutting off straight across the top. We're just going to tape a line. So then from that line, we're going to do everything that way, 2 coats, restripe everything as is. Everything this way, out here on this level and inside the garage, we are not touching. We're not going to touch any of it. And here's where we're going to start up again. We're not sealing this ramp. We're going to paint the speed bump, paint the curb on each side, and paint these 4 arrows. This is all concrete. We're not touching this with anything else, just paint. Now there's some asphalt patching up here. There's gonna be one here they're looking at. One in this area. Up here, we're doing a full crack fill, seal coat, stripe. So all the curb and stuff's going back to yellow. Where these floating stalls are, everything's going back as is. sealers, seal coaters. To help out the striping, I would definitely put some tape tabs down so they know where to start. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 each side, 6, 7, just so they can have something to snap their baselines. 2 baselines. And then they can take their measurements off of that. And so you can just count the stalls. And yes, we are sealing behind the curb. We are sealing behind this. Luckily, since we're repainting all this, we don't have to be too clean on the curb with the sealer. So that'll help us speed things up. Yeah, 3 arrows right here. Some parallel parking here. And there. That's the whole job. So pretty much top level P4. Skipping P3. Well, we're gonna stripe. We're doing the entirety of P4. Standing up P4. We're doing the P4 ramp. Skipping P3, then from the ramp down is everything we're looking at to do. So let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.